Hello, this is Samuel from Verisoft Systems. So at Verisoft Systems, we are into software implementation, training, and support. So we are into HR and payroll software, hotel and restaurant management software, and also QuickBooks accounting software. So in this video, I'm going to take you through one of our solutions, which is ASI PMS for hotel management. So there is a complete hotel management software for managing your hotel, from checking, receiving payments, checking reports, relevant reports, revenue reports, tax reports, and all that. Okay, so basically this is the front end part of the software. From the back end or the configuration, we normally get the requirements from the client, from a hotel, then we configure the system based on the requirements from the hotel. So this is just a demo system where we've made some configuration for that purpose. So you can see we've configured room 101, 103. So based on how your rooms are and the names for the various rooms, if they are floors, the system will be configured based on that requirement. Okay, so the software allows some of the features of the softwares are for front desk management, like checking in a guest, checking out a guest, making reservations, extending stay in case a guest wants to stay for, say, initially for 2 nights, and for some reason they want to extend the stay or reduce the stay. The system allows that. So let me just demonstrate a few. So let me open room 219. So let's say we want to check in the guest into room 219. We just double click or right click to open the room. Okay, and here a form opens where we enter the guest details and the stay duration. Okay, so let me use a different room for this. So let me use room 213. Okay, so once we come to guest details, we are able to enter the guest name, other details can as well be entered, like the guest address, city, telephone numbers, and all that. But for now, ID card numbers and all that. But for now, I'll just put the guest name and also the stay duration. Say the guest is staying for, let's say, 2 days or 3 days. And like I mentioned, the rates for the rooms will be configured at the back end. So say the rate for room types, like let's say if you have standard room, deluxe room, whichever room types, the rates will be configured. So once you select the stay duration, then it would compute accordingly, and also the tax computation as well will be also set up. So for 2 days, we can see the rent or the rate, the total rate inclusive of tax will be 200. So we have the rate and also the tax computation. So let's say the tax like NHIS, VAT, all that will be configured based on your rate. So that is it. So once we enter the guest detail, the stay duration, then we can check in the guest. If it's a reservation as well, then we make a reservation. So let me just check in. Please click continue. So we just click continue. So this is the invoice that we can print for the guest. which can be customized based on your hotel details regarding the details that will show on the invoice. So you can see the details here of the guest that we just check in, some more tests, staying for two days. In case there's some mistake and we need to make changes, we can just open the room and effect any maybe guest details changes that we want to do. So like I mentioned, you can do change room in case for some reason there's an issue with the room, maybe there's a leakage or the guest is not comfortable with the room. You can do change room where you can move the guest from the initial room to say a different room. So it's asking whether we want to the current rate or a new rate. Do you want to continue with current rate or new rate of the selected room? So let's say we are moving to an executive room and we want the rate for the executive room to apply, then we do new rate. If the rate for the initial room too, then we can do the current rate. Okay. So that is it. That is we've done a room move. So you can see we've moved from 213 to 005. So yeah, so we can do check-in, check-out, room move. We can extend the stay of the guest. We can also receive payment. So we have payment types, like, so whichever payment type you receive at your facility will be configured, will be added here so that we select that. So if there is Momo, we can add all those payment types here. So let me just select cash. Okay. So if it is partial settlement, like say the guest is paying part of it, we can do partial settlement, we can do full settlement. And the system also support multi-currency, right? So in case you receive payments in different currencies as well, it will be set up at the exchange rates as well. So we can just add payment. So basically that is it. Did I add the amount paid? Okay, 260. Okay, so the amount 260. So now the balance is 0. Okay, so yeah, so basically that is it. And when the guest is due out, we can check out the guest. So like I mentioned, we can do reservations as well. This is the view. We have different view types like list view, room view. In case we want to see a list of guests, a list of the rooms and the guests that are staying in the in-house guests and the period, we can use the list view to view that. So yeah, so there's a guest ledger as well, which has records of all the guests and their balances, or yeah, the guests and their balances in the system, which can as well be exported. The other features like block room, in case there's maybe there's maintenance going on with some rooms, we can use the block room feature to block the room, and once the action maintenance is being completed, then it can be removed. And the system also has records of all transactions. Let's say the user logs in and performs some transaction, it has records of all transactions in the system. So it has like audit trail that we can track users and their various transactions in the system. Also, there's the housekeeping feature for assigning tasks to housekeepers and all that. Once the task is completed, they can be changed to completed and all that, and there's housekeeping reports to that. And once we come to report as well, there are reports for various models, let me put it. So when we come to room reports, there are reports like room rates, room type rate reports, revenue by room type, change room reports and all that, block room reports, room history and all that. So once we come to guest, we have guest related reports like our arrival, departure and all that. Daily reports, we can get the daily revenue report, daily cashier report, daily summary reports and all that. All those daily transactions related daily transaction reports can be generated from here. Monthly reports, yearly reports, we can do month to year comparison reports, we can do year to year comparison report to see the difference between the profits that we are making as well. There's a ledger report where we can check the guest ledger for guest balances and all that. Reservation report as well, housekeeping report, and chart for in case you want a pictorial view of the reports as well. So yeah, I think these are some of the features with the system. So yeah, so in case you want a detailed demonstration, we can arrange for that as well. Okay, all right, thank you very much for watching this video.